Tommy Fury wins his return fight, but it just proves he's not really a real boxer, though, is he? That honestly, he's not at all. He can say, "Oh, I'm the real fight." He can say what he wants, but that was absolutely shocking from Tommy Fury in that return fight against Handlik there. He, in my opinion, probably loses to Jake Paul in a rematch. I'm not going to lie. He probably does. He's there saying, the issue why I couldn't knock KSI and Jake Paul out is because I've had a hand injury for quite a while now. But no, it's not because of that at all. He just isn't great, is he? He's just not very good, if we're being honest. From the way he hypes himself up, oh, I'm going to be a world champion one day. No, he's not. No, he is not going to be a world champion one day. I mean, he looked all right behind the jab, but Handlik was just walking into it, if that's how you say his name. He was just walking into the jab. Fury just does the same thing. Tommy Fury just does the same thing. Jab upstairs, lead hook to the body, right hook to the body. Jab upstairs, right hook to the body, lead hook to the body, lead hook to the body, right hook to the body. Jab upstairs, clinch. Jab upstairs, clinch. That's what Tommy Fury does. That's all he does. Even someone like Handlik knew he was so predictable in that fight. Even though he kept on walking to his punches, but he was eventually able to defend it better as it went on. And even in the last round, Tommy Fury stunned Handlik, wobbled him badly, could have stopped him, and he's there just doing this instead. He's there just doing this. He's there just doing that all instead. What's he doing? What's he doing? Try and finish the fight, build some credibility. That was to try and gain some credibility. But he didn't gain anything. He did not gain anything there. I just think it was just a shocking performance, to be completely honest. I mean, the problem with Tommy Fury is, Tyson Fury said it. He's got power, Tommy Fury. He's got power. He just doesn't know how to set his shots up. And I think a big problem for Tommy Fury as well is the fact he's being coached by Big John Fury. Tyson Fury left him for a reason, because he's not a very good coach. He's just a yes man. He's a simple yes man. That's all John Fury is. He's an awful boxing coach. I mean, I think, Tommy Fury was there with his jab to the body. And, I said his jab was all right, but Handlik was just walking into it. Of course, it's going to look good when he's fighting and moving punch a man who's walking right towards him. That's the reality of that. That is the reality of that. If you're fighting someone who's walking into your punches, yeah, it's good jab practice. It is. But he was still doing the exact same thing, being pretty wild here and there at times, back at the headshots in the clinch. Bit dirty. He's very clearly roided up as well. Very bloody clearly. Someone give him a drug test. Yeah, I just think it was an embarrassing performance there from Tommy Fury. He should have gained some more credibility. He should have looked better. He's saying he's had all of his issues with his hands, but he's still the exact same guy as before, possibly even worse. I get there's inactivity, but he's still the same guy who fought KSI. He's still the same guy who fought Jake Paul. He's that same technique, wide guard, can get caught down the middle with a jab. Handlik caught him with a jab down the middle in the first and second round. Tommy Fury just hasn't got the head movement. I just feel like his footwork as well, Tommy Fury, it seems so ridiculously forced. He has got such forced footwork. He don't really pivot. He's not light on his feet at all. He's flat-footed, struggles to move around the ring. Handlik was able to stick him on the back foot quite a bit as well. And Tommy Fury struggled quite a bloody bit, being able to try and, turn it around and get back on the front foot. He's got such forced footwork. It's unbelievable, to be honest with you. And, I mean, the straight backhand, it just didn't really exist today, really. Or he's just missing with it all the time. But then, luckily for him, he came back with a jab and tried to end the combination. But no, he's not it. Boxing's just not for him. Boxing is just not for Tommy Fury, if we're being completely honest. It's just not his sport. He's more of a bodybuilder type guy. Those guys that Tyson Fury hates, he's more of a bodybuilder. He's a big, strong guy. But he's not a boxer. He's not got the build of a boxer. He's too stiff with his hands and with his feet. He's too stiff. He's gaining money though, and he was able to, get people talking about him in Hungary and sell a good few tickets. So fair play, no matter what, the guy's getting people talking about him. But the reality is that he's just not very good, and yeah, it was just awful to watch. There's just a lot of clinching in his game. There's a lot of dirty movements in this game as well. Well, moves in this game at the back of the head shots. Yeah, I just think, I think he beat KSI. I think he beat Jake Paul in their fight, but only bloody just. Got dropped by Jake Paul, struggled to KSI. I mean, I just feel like it was rushed into the pro game quite a bit as well. I just feel like it was rushed into the pro game. I set up my watch along. He didn't really have an amateur background. He's 26 now. They could have brought him into the pro game at like 22. But no, he's making money. So, fair play, I guess. But there's just not really loads to say on him. He's just a very basic boxer. He's just a very basic boxer with not much of an IQ, if we're being completely honest. He's not got any boxing IQ at all. Yeah, disappointing fight to watch. Very disappointing fight to watch. But yeah, he should probably fight Jake Paul next, or he should probably fight KSI. I mean, the guy's ego is absolutely massive, though. Like, if Tommy Fury wants to do well, he needs to stay active. He needs to stay active. So I'd say get out on that Jake Paul, Julio Cesar Chavez card. But he's not going to do that, though, because his ego is too big. Just because he beat Jake Paul doesn't mean he's a bigger name than him. Just because he beat KSI doesn't make him a bigger name. He should fight on their undercards. He should fight on another Misfits card. He should fight on a Jake Paul undercard. That's the only way you can get those big fights. It's their move, it's still their move dictates the terms at the end of the day, not Tommy Fury. Yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching. Not much to say.